Hi, my name is Jerry Fisher and I am a life coach based in Baltimore. What I do professionally is I help people to get unstuck emotionally so that they can reach personal goals. And part of that is to be able to have the most peaceful and enjoyable life that they can. And one of the skills or areas of focus that I work with most often is helping people to reduce stress. Because everybody in this modern lifestyle, we're all pretty busy, we're all running around trying to do an awful lot. And so many of us are finding it helpful to try to find ways to really lower the feeling that we're stressed out and overwhelmed. And probably the number one skill that I teach my clients to help them to experience much less stress in their life is a skill called mindfulness. And that'll be the topic of today's talk. I'm going to briefly go over how to practice mindfulness, what it is and how to practice it. It's our hope that, in particular, the caretakers of people with NF who have very busy lives can use this technique and practice it as a way to significantly reduce stress in their lives. And if you are not a caretaker, please feel free to practice it as well because it's very broadly applicable, but our focus definitely is in trying to give some support to the caretakers who definitely have a lot to do in their lives and are very busy. Okay, so let me first define mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice that's designed to help people to be really gently focused on what's happening in the present moment. And in particular, it's designed to help people to clear their minds, to try to let go of some of the things that are causing worry or distress, let go of concerns about the future or concerns about the past, and just refocus on what their body is feeling in the present moment and doing what it is that they're doing in the present moment. Now this might not sound impressive, it might sound pretty trivial, but you would be really amazed what benefit this can have if you learn how to practice it regularly and really do this over a considerable period of time. You'll find that your ability to move through events, to experience temporary upset or temporary disappointment, and to be able to deal with it and move on to the next task for the day will greatly improve. And you may be tired at the end of the day, but it will remove that burdensome, heavy, stressed out, overwhelmed feeling that really is what drags a lot of us down. So again, mindfulness is a really gentle focus on the present moment and what your body is feeling, and really clears your mind. So let's talk about how to do it. There are three things that you need to do in order to practice mindfulness. You have to observe, describe, and participate. So let's take them one at a time. Observe means take your attention and focus on what it is that your five senses are experiencing. So that just means notice what you're seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. And when I say touch, I mean anything that your body is experiencing. There may be a breeze blowing by that you can feel on your skin, or you can feel the warmth of the sun. Or right here in this room as I'm giving this interview, I can feel how the chair feels beneath me or against my back, or how my glasses feel on my face, or how the clothes kind of gently tug at certain places on my body. That's what I mean by touch. So notice, just notice what it is that your senses are experiencing. And then the second one, describe. What that means is take your attention and form a thought. Think to yourself, I see the green leaves of a plant. I hear the sound of the light rail train moving outside of my office. I hear a truck going by. I still taste a little bit of the tea that I was sipping before I started this interview. And just with your mind, put into words the things that your five senses are experiencing. And then finally, to the last one, participate. And this is one of my favorite ones because mindfulness is designed to be done while you're active. You should not have to set aside any additional time to do this. You can just apply it to the things that you do during the course of your normal day. So participate means continue doing what you're doing. So I recommend that people practice mindfulness when they're doing the dishes, taking a shower, walking the dogs. And one of the times that's my favorite to practice would be while driving, because there's so much to see, so much to hear, and so many sensations that are going on. It's really a great time to just kind of take a few deep breaths and focus on what my body's feeling and to clear my mind. Now, while this is happening, thoughts may enter into the equation. So you may be thinking to yourself, I see the green plant, I hear the light rail train, I hear people talking in the office next to us, and then a thought might come in like, gee, what would I like to have for dinner? Or, oh, I've got that doctor's appointment that I've got to go to this afternoon. So other thoughts will come in. It's really important that you be gentle when this happens, that this is really normal, especially at the beginning. And they may come in quite rapidly. And to deal with these thoughts effectively, what you do in mindfulness practice is you just notice that they're there, let them kind of drift off like a cloud passing in the sky, and then return to your focus to what it is that your body's feeling. So you go, okay, yeah, my mind just drifted to another thought, but I'm going to go back to focusing on my breathing and focusing on what I'm feeling and what my body is experiencing. Okay, the next step is that there are 3 things that you can keep in mind that kind of help you to really keep a good spirit about you, to really keep a good focus and get the most out of the mindfulness exercises as you can. What you want to do is you want to be non-judgmental. So when you put thoughts into your mind, you want to be very factual. You don't want to say, I see the beautiful green leaves of a plant, or I see the really ugly green leaves of a plant. You just want to say green leaves. You want to be very factual like a reporter. The second one is you want to do one thing at a time. And I want to also mention that this is not at all supported in our culture today because we really love multitasking. But if you're taking a walk, just take a walk. Don't do your checkbook or worry about your doctor's appointment. Just do the walk. Do whatever it is that you're doing in the moment. And then finally, the last one is be effective. This is also one of my favorite ones, which is if you're doing the dishes, really get into it. They used to say that when I was in high school, really get into it or really get psyched. Really get involved and engrossed and engaged with the activity. So really do a wonderful job at doing the dishes. Really take a nice walk. Really enjoy the warmth of the shower. Whatever it is that you're doing, just do it really, really well and get into it. And that's it. That's really all there is. I recommend that you try this, I would say, 4 or 5 times a week, and over time, try to increase the amount of time that you do it to maybe once or twice a day. And when you do this exercise, pick an activity, like we already mentioned, something like doing the dishes or taking a walk or driving, and practice mindfulness for somewhere between 1 and 2 minutes. And that's all there is to it. So included on the website will be 2 handouts that will review the information that I just provided for you. And there's a second handout. One tells you, just reviews how to do it, and the other one tells you some approaches that you can take to really bring out the spirit of living in the moment and reducing stress. And of course you can always go back and revisit this video. And finally, if there are caretakers out there who are saying to yourselves, well, this is all fine, but really the focus should be on people with NF. I'll end with a little story, and the story illustrates how important it is for caretakers to take care of themselves. Really briefly, anybody who's ever been on an airline flight has seen one of the flight attendants get up and they do their spiel about where the exits are. But I remember the first time I saw it, I was surprised when they said that if the oxygen masks should come down, that a parent or caretaker should put the mask on themselves first before they put it on their child. And at first I thought this was very selfish and it was kind of backward. I thought we should take care of the child first. But then it occurred to me that if the caretaker becomes disabled, then the child or the person that they're caring for will also be harmed as well. So it's in this spirit that caretakers, you really need to take care of yourself and make sure you get what you need first so that you have the energy and you have the ability to be able to give the best care you possibly can to the people in your lives. So we hope that mindfulness will help you to do this and help you to reduce that level of stress. Thank you very much.
Thank you.